Hey, this is Kelly.
And this is Sue.
Welcome to Front Porch AF, where friends and neighbors
gather to have a drink and a laugh and figure out how to solve all the problems of the world.
Hey, Sue.
Hey, Kelly, how are you doing?
I'm good. What do we have going on today?
Well, first of all, we have our new studio setup. We are here in chairs, and there's a backdrop and everything.
Yeah, and everything.
And everything. So, because this is our third video, and we're uptown. We're uptown downtown, but we are also going to be having a very special guest.
Right. Let's do our quick intro of that. Right.
Our dear friend, the multi-talented is so weak.
It is weak when you think about this guest, right?
Stacie Huckeba, and and she's going to talk about. Well, she could talk about photography. She could talk about film. She could talk about, but she's going to talk about first being a social media influencer.
Oh, yeah.
All right. I wish there was a camera there and I could say, oh, there is, but it's my little iPhone camera.
Okay.
Okay.
Right. So, yeah, I cannot wait to get to Stacie's part. This is going to be fun.
Okay.
I mean, I think you and I have a few things to do before that.
Yes, we do.
So, you said,
That's why.
What are you wearing?
Oh, wait a minute. No. I was supposed to say, speaking of influencing, this is where I suck up to a guest. This sweater, which is awesome, and I wish you could see the puff sleeves, is something that Stacie recommended. I went, they had my color, they had my size, and it was such a bargain. And I am wearing a social influencer sweater.
I love it.
I love it. So,
which one, the outside one or the inside?
The inside one. That's where you couldn't see the puffy sleeves.
Oh, it's super cute
because it's kind of cold.
It matches the rock.
It does match the. This is called a butterstone, but we'll move on.
More on that later.
Yeah, more on that later. Drinking.
Listen, I'm having my regular Miller Lite in a bottle, but today my huggy is Cut Tools. My Uncle Brent. This is his business. My Uncle Brent passed away last week unexpectedly.
I'm really sorry.
Really suddenly. And he was a pretty cool dude. And he made these knives. He made patents on all this stuff. Like the knives that serrate our toilet paper and our paper towels. Like this is Cut Tools. That's what he did.
Oh, man.
So, I mean, he's a pretty cool dude. So, cheers,
Uncle Brent. Here's to you.
Here's to you, yeah.
We come from a long line of tool people. My dad's company was Osprey Manufacturing Tool.
Oh.
Yes. He made like screws and
I remember there's
nuts
something
and
about
bolts.
Screws.
There is something about screws. Of course you would bring that up.
And what are you drinking, by the way?
I am drinking in solidarity with my husband, our audio engineer and guru and the love of my life. He has to have a little hand surgery tomorrow, and he is not allowed to drink. And so in solidarity, I am not drinking a lot. I'm just having
Bless you.
Just this is like a half-strength vodka gimlet. And this is all for you, honey. It's all for you.
Good job. All right, awesome.
Oh, we have the most fascinating neighborhood. Oh, okay. We are talking about. Oh, we already did your drink.
Neighborhood notes.
Neighborhood notes. Can I go first?
You go first because I don't even know where to start because I have so many. So
you have okay. I have to narrow it down to two. Number one, we all know Snack Friday. We're advocates of at our home away from home, Dee's Country Cocktail Lounge in beautiful downtown Madison, Tennessee. Well, the Snack Friday thing, I talk about going and what I'm going to take. We're going to do a cookbook, Snack Friday cookbook, and we're doing it for charity. And because I didn't have enough to do, I'm setting up a website and a submission link. And keep up with us at snackfridaycookbook.com.
Wow.
And
you're official. Like,
yeah.
This is a thing.
We even have a Facebook page.
What?
And I have a program that takes in recipes and spits it out in a format that can be printed with photos. And that's courtesy of the real chef in our group, Brian.
Listen, I've always said you were the tech guru, but now, I'm going to get down, all hell.
Yeah.
Seriously?
Did you say, hell? Or?
No, all hell.
Oh, okay.
That's like some serious AI shit you got going on right there. cutting edge.
Artificial intelligence?
Yeah, that's cutting edge.
It is? Well, I hope to be less than artificial. No artificial sweeteners will be involved. Anyway, we'll keep you posted on this. Dee's is magnificent, and Snack Friday has become a kind of a thing.
Yeah.
You know, and the cookbook is coming. But even closer than that, the 12th almost annual edition of Love is Deaf will be held Valentine's Day at Eastside Bowl. So if you're in Madison, Tennessee, do come to Eastside Bowl. An incredibly talented musician.
Love is Deaf. Like, okay, what does that mean?
It means that two of our favorite people, Michael Webb, who is a member of POCO, in addition to being, he can play any. POCO. Oh, you youngster. I'm sorry.
Okay,
Anyway.
We don't have to go
and
down
his
that rabbit
wife,
hole.
artist and creative master woman, Anna Webb, put on Love is Deaf, where they invite a professional musician, and that
AKA Mark Robinson.
AKA Mark Robinson, and his not so professional or her not so professional partner, and they do a song, a love song.
And we know about your singing.
And we know about my singing. You know, I'm not allowed, but they actually asked for it because we serve as comic relief. So we're looking forward to it. Love is Deaf. It's on Facebook. If you're in the Madison area, take your Valentine out for a real special.
Is it on Valentine's Day?
Valentine's Day, Saturday.
Oh my God.
Saturday, February 14th.
How fun.
Oh.
So you guys have your number down. Do you have costumes?
Yes and yes, but the number is a secret until we get there. Now we clear it so that no two people want to pick the same thing.
But it's a
Like-
complete, like, you don't know what the songs are going to be.
We know what ours is.
No, but like a guess. Like, I don't know what the set list is going to be.
No, nobody knows until that night.
How fun.
We clear it. So Love is Deaf. And in my case, if you're listening to me, you better
hope
be. Oh gosh. So now, go on for your. By the way, we just came out of snowpocalypse, icepocalypse.
Well, icepocalypse.
The damage to Davidson County, Middle Tennessee, is devastating.
It's been really bad. Like, I was without power for 10 days, and
Yes.
I mean, I'm lucky. Like, I had a generator and I have gas furnaces, so I could run. I mean, had a lot of generator adventures. Like, we can't even. There's not a long enough podcast to talk about all the things with the generators, but was at least able to keep, like, first floor of the house, and so pipes and stuff didn't freeze. But just shout out to anybody out there that's been through this and needs, hopefully getting help they need and can find resources they need for this stuff. But in the middle of all this, like, regular life was going on, right?
Yeah.
And
trying to go on.
Right? So you got an inch of ice on your trees, and they're popping and dropping everywhere, and you're like, I mean, for me, I woke up at 3:45 in the morning to the first fall of something, and then walked out in the middle of the night, and I'm like, and you just hear, like, shit popping everywhere, and it's terrifying. But in the middle of all this, again, like, regular life. So my friend Robin's been on the pod. She's got Discovery Stables, where she does a lot of therapy, animal therapy with
Equine therapy.
She does equine therapy, but she's got cows and she's got goats and dogs, and so, like, there's a lot of things running around out there. So there's a little cow out there that had to be euthanized, right?
Yes, had to help him across the Rainbow Bridge.
Go across the Rainbow Bridge. And so that was a thing, and that was in the middle of...
Oh, by the way, for our listeners who don't know, it's not just a random person that they called to help. Kelli is a veterinarian.
Oh, yeah. But I didn't... So, like, we called a large animal vet came out. Like, we had to, like, do this in the middle of the night, and we had this whole thing, like, okay, we're going to get her put in a place until I can get Cecile over there to bury her. And
Cecile is not a person. Cecile is an earth-moving piece
Cecile's
of
a mini-excavator.
Okay, yeah.
And so, but I mean, this is kind of an interesting story to me. So the cow was in a very good place, and we had tarps, but the animals got into her anyway. Like, there's coyotes and fox, stuff like that. And so Robin has 5 dogs, and one of her dogs actually got also into the cow that was, and the barbiturates that were used to euthanize the cow were still present in the meat. And so the little dog comes up and is not in good shape and has to go to the emergency clinic. And just so everybody knows, cut to the chase, the dog survived. And
yes, it is fine. Yeah.
It's fine. She's home. She's doing great. But at that point, it became an emergency to get this cow
buried
in the ground, get the cow buried, because we didn't want to have like dead animals all throughout the bend, right?
Yeah, yes.
So, so Papa D was here, my stepdad, and we loaded Cecile up onto the trailer in the middle of the night. Well, in the middle of the night, but it was dark, right? Go to Robbins and dig a big hole, and we were able to get Rosie in the ground. So
good.
Everybody was protected. But
that's good.
That was probably my biggest adventure. Other than
and other uplifting tales.
I mean,
from the porch.
She's properly buried now, and so that's a good thing.
By the way, any more neighborhood notes?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, like I had to fix a fence today. Piper's here. She helped me fix a fence. It had Cecile out to dig up. We
went dancing.
Goodness gracious! The American
but
Legion.
I just want to point out to you.
Anyway,
she complains that she can't see this clock.
I can't see the clock. But like, if you don't have anything to do on a Thursday, or if you do have something to do, we can think of something better to do on a Thursday night. There's a new group called Neely's Band.
Yeah.
And our friends Nikki Bloom,
who was on the pod.
And so every Thursday at the American Legion, they are doing Neely's Band, and it's honky tonkin'. It's so much fun, had by everybody. Lots of dancing and lots of good times.
Well, let me move on to the mailbag then, because we've got two things in the mailbag.
You are in charge of the mailbag.
I am. Alec, our another Snack Friday friend, had a poster made from the live show, and he had it framed. He had to sign it.
I saw that. It was super
cool. And Elizabeth
cool.
Cook and you and me, and pictures will be on the web. So thank you, Alec. But I just got a text from Alec earlier today, and he said, "You're going to like this." Speaking of being a veterinarian, he said, "The two cats that I just got were supposed to be chipped, but they aren't. I've heard that you can do it yourself." Would you ask Kelly?
No.
Okay, Alec, definitively no.
It's a hard no, Alec.
But I also looked up, there are free chip clinic or $10 chip clinics.
Yeah, it shouldn't be very expensive, but you don't want to do it yourself because it has to be registered with the people that provide the chips.
That's right. And we did get a real email from a new listener, a fan of Megan Palmer's, Rick Cooper from Florida. He's the author of a mystery that starts out in a Nashville cemetery, Stay Downwind, and I'm going to read it on my way down to see my sister in Florida in a couple of weeks.
And I hope that means on an audiobook.
On an audiobook, yes. And you're going to like this. It turns out that this person who dropped us a note lives 30 minutes from my sister. We have a drink date. Yes. So there you go. This is
going to be good. I can't wait to hear about that.
Okay. You got anything for the mailbag?
No. You're the mailbag girl.
Well, sometimes people talk to you.
Rarely.
Okay. And we won't go into why. But, all right. Guess what time it is? If you followed along with your damn...
I think it's time for our special guest.
I think it is.
Who's pretty freaking awesome.
Yeah. Okay. Now, I'm going to read this because I don't want to go off kilter. Today, we're going to explore social media influencing, and we have a treat in store for you. Our guest, as we said before, is Stacie Huckeba. She's our Madison neighbor, but she also just happens to be an internationally known photographer, writer, filmmaker, and I like to call societal provocateur.
I love that.
Yeah, for more than 40 years, Stacie has photographed musicians of all stripes, from icons like Public Enemy to Americana Kingpin, the late beloved Todd Snyder. And she's also produced films for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, among many others. And she is the in-house photographer, our queen, Dolly Parton. Too bad she doesn't know anybody.
Too bad.
Not only do Stacie's photographs grace books like Dolly Parton's Behind the Scenes, Michelle Obama's The Look, and her own brand new Madison Portraits of Our Neighbors, but her writing has garnered attention from global media, from The Guardian to The Tennessean. All of this on top of nurturing her own ever-evolving menagerie, her work with the homeless, and being there whenever a friend is in need. Now, this is interesting, because not because I wrote it, but because it's real.
Okay.
Now, Stacie has embarked on the next, and to me at least, the most daunting chapter, social media mover and shaker. From sharing tips on lighting technique and pointers about self-care, she has built a TikTok community of more than 75,000 followers in just a few months. So she's just the person to talk to about all this social media stuff. And now quickly, I first met Stacie Huckeba at the 5 Spot nightclub about maybe 15 years ago. This lanky, stylish woman was photographing whatever band was up on stage, and she moved around with her camera. She's like a field commander. She was intent, in charge, and involved. And what I didn't know about Stacie then was that she had transformed herself and had lost 220 pounds.
Wow.
Not just a physical transformation, but a mental and emotional one. And speaking as one who has struggled with weight her entire life, I am in awe. And I think it's Stacie's willingness to share her story that has made her such a relatable presence on social media, and definitely relatable to me because Stacie serves as a style inspo for women over 50. And I just barely make that cut.
Just barely. Yeah.
So, without further ado, welcome to our front porch. She's coming in from stage right. Stacie Huckeba.
Yay.
And the crowd goes wild.
Hi, everybody.
Hey, Stacie. Wow.
Welcome to our porch.
Hey, welcome to the front porch, Stacie.
Listen, I've got to come back in the summer when it's actually a porch.
Oh, yeah.
This is
Oh, my
great.
God. Yeah.
I haven't been in this basement since you used to do the radio show.
Yeah. The double shot with Joe and Sue when you were our guest.
I was.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna start this out with.
I wish I was half as cool as that intro.
Oh my gosh, Stacie, man.
Lord.
You know
Please call my daddy and read him that.
Hey, that's exactly what I would say.
It only scratches the surface. But let me start, because there's so much to talk about. But let's start with social media influencing. You were already a well-known photographer, writer, and filmmaker. Did you intend to be a TikTok influencer,
No,
or
fuck
did it
no.
just okay? How did it
Can
happen?
we say that on here?
Well, of course you can.
You can say fuck no.
Yeah. Well, what is the name of the podcast? Is Front Porch AF? Yeah.
Yeah, just it's cool.
It was an accident, truly. I mean, I was working. We had come out, finished doing Dolly's wardrobe archive, which was daunting and several years long. And we were working on the book. And I don't know. I don't even remember what spurred me to get on TikTok, but I scrolled it and I just found all of these fascinating people. And I one day made a TikTok video. And at the time I was sporting a short bob and I've got my glasses, and all these people ran into my comments immediately and were like, Edna Mode, is that you? For those of you that don't know, she's the designer in The Incredibles. Yeah. And when I saw the picture, I knew, because I didn't know what that meant. I was like, who the fuck is Edna Mode? And then I Googled it and fell apart laughing. And so then I did a TikTok sort of really introducing myself, and immediately people just, whatever. But I will say, especially, whatever, for me personally, I try not to tell people what to do at all, but for me personally, it really was a wonderful, I feel like I have changed so much as a person being on TikTok. I feel like I right now live my most authentic version of myself. It is a very different version of myself than anybody on Facebook or Instagram. And I've been on those platforms for years and years and years. But there is something about my presence on TikTok where it's almost more, I don't know. There's something about the way you have to go about doing TikTok that leads to a really authentic experience. And it has helped me redefine myself and really rediscover myself and lean into this side of myself that I didn't really discover before.
You know when you go on TikTok and you find people who are trying to be influencers.
You can tell the difference.
You can tell the difference. And
there is something about that video format between eyes and ears, there's something about the video format that is not present in Facebook and Instagram for the most part, which, I mean, the reels are on there, but they all are just old from TikTok anyway. They're just like from 6 months ago on TikTok is what's on Facebook and Instagram. So when people...
Facebook's more like keyboard warriors
and
anyway.
And the audience on that platform instantly knows if you're trying or if you're faking it or not. Like it's a very and that is what I love about that, is that it has really forced me into living this very authentic existence in general. It's wonderful.
Well, actually, I've got one.
Okay,
I've got
I'm
one
here.
influencer.
Both of you can ask.
Oh, well, I know what she's dying to ask you this one thing, but I wanted to leave a couple of questions of groundwork. Number one, how did style inspo for over 50 become your jam? And then, how do you decide who's when people come to you with brand requests?
Okay.
I know that you just did a post where you said no to someone, and they took it badly.
Well,
anyway,
but all of that is all baked into the same thing. It's authenticity. So I have a friend, Brandis Bradley, on TikTok, and
she's awesome.
And I followed her for years and years, and then we became mutual some way along the way. And I thought I had won the lottery because she's the most fascinating, interesting woman in the world. And she parlayed doing TikToks in a hospital room with her dying parents into a clothing brand with QVC. And I do pictures for her lines and stuff like that. Like, we really have become friends in real life. And I was over there one day and she was like, how are you monetizing on the platform? And I was like,
that sounds just like her.
I'm not really. And I was like, I'm in the Creator Rewards program, but you don't really you used to make decent money in that, but there's no real money in the Creator Rewards program anymore. She's like, you ought to do TikTok shop. And I was like, I don't know. It feels weird. And she's like, what's weird about it? You're on there every day talking about what britches you're wearing in the first place. I was like, well, I mean, that's true. But, and she was like, no buts, honey. Do you want to be TikTok rich or do you want to be TikTok famous? Pick one. I was like, okay, that makes so much sense.
That sounds like her.
You know, like when you put it that way. And she was like, you've got all of these people on there following you. And even though TikTok shop doesn't really work like regular TikTok, the algorithm's different for you. You don't have to have a lot of followers on there to do TikTok shop. I mean, you have to have a certain amount to get into the program, but your number of followers doesn't have any real variable on how that goes into the FYP. Those brands want to sell those clothes. And that's how I started doing TikTok shop. But that all ties into why I was already doing it. It was when I took a job for about 7 months working at Banana Republic.
Yes.
Last year Leon my dog was dying. Remember when I was doing the book and I told you about my dog with his fucking weird, bizarre cancer that they couldn't figure out where it came, very rare form of lymphoma.
Yeah.
And he was only supposed to live for 4 months. And the medications were like $1,000 a month to keep him alive. And I was 4 months, that's tough. That's going to be a rough road, but I'll do it. And that little fucker thrived on it and lived for 11 months. And I got to a point where it was just not fine. I was 30 grand into the dog.
Oh my God.
And so I took a job at the Banana Republic because basically working there for my 30 hours a week or whatever it was, basically evened out what I was paying for Leon's medical bills.
Okay.
But it became this weird thing where like people were really fascinated by the fact that whatever with your thing you read about me or whatever, people were like, why are you working at Banana Republic? And I would explain it. But also I thought it was a great opportunity for a woman over 50 to you don't have to sit around in your t-shirt and pants all the time. Like you can put on clothes that are just
Sue's
as comfortable.
leaving the room right now.
Just as easy. No, because you're literally wearing something. It could have been just as easy for you to put on a t-shirt today as it is to put on that cute sweater. Like, and so I started doing my. We'll get there. This
it's your project. It's your summer
project, but we'll get there. We'll get there. And really, I want people to be authentic to themselves. If you're comfortable in that, then that is great. You know what I mean? I just didn't want women over 50 to feel like because they were over 50 that they had to just like fait accompli and like whatever and give up. And so I would do these, basically get ready, our outfit of the days or get ready with me. And also because Brandis had turned me on to a lot of like different cosmetic products. And so I was playing with that. And so I would like do these TikToks like while I was in the process of figuring out all this new makeup and stuff on my own. I kind of took my people along with me of like having to get dressed and go to the Banana Republic every day. You know what I mean? And so
I love
that's how it became. That is how that part of it evolved into quote unquote influencing women over 50 on clothes and fashion and style and that kind of
Which
stuff.
is really ironic because you're 28?
Yes.
29?
Yes.
I love
that. Yes. I'm 57, identifying as 28. I identify as 28 years old.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's all
well.
right. So anyway, that's how that came. And as far as like the brands and stuff go, I mean, TikTok Shop works. That's how it works. Like people send you stuff and you try it and wear it. I don't necessarily right out of the gate tell anybody no, except I think you're talking about the bra company because I've sort of become the titty queen of TikTok.
Yeah.
The girls are Flopsy and Mopsy, and we try out all the bras to let everybody know realistically if these bras work or not. But I did really well with this one bra that I really love and I really believe in. And then a company reached out and was like, hey, we'd love for you to try our bras, which was great, except that they went about it all sketch as hell. They were like, all you have to do is recreate your exact script with ours and we'll give you a higher commission point and like all this stuff. And I was like, no. And not only that, I'm calling you out for being like a totally sleazy company because like that wasn't a script. Like what I talked about with that bra was legitimately how I felt about that bra. I wore that bra because somebody sent it to me and I went out and washed the car and I didn't have to stuff my tits back in one time while I was bending over into the bucket.
You went and washed
and I was like, wow, that is an impressive bra that I never had to stuff them back in. And that was the TikTok that I made. And so it wasn't a script. Like I'm not doing scripts. And so, yeah. And then, but I'm just honest. Like I got a pillow the other night. I did a video the other day. Like, and you know, some people could say that I'm maybe missing out on money opportunities, but I think that in the long run, you're going to I'm more interested in creating a community of people and support them than I am necessarily about making the $3 I'd make off of the selling the pillow. Yeah. I'd rather be like, I loved because it was sort of branded for menopause. There's like a cool side and a soft side and you can adjust the thing. And it's a great concept. And I think with time, that technology will be good. The pillow didn't work for me. Like literally it feels great the second you lay your head on it. 30 seconds later, it's your body temperature. And so, you know, I mean, it'll be there, but I'm honest about it. So even with, when people send me clothing samples, like if it runs really small or if the cut's weird or the fabrication is bad or it's not stitched properly, like I will do, like you better be careful if you send me your samples because I'm going to get on there and tell people the truth about it because I want those people to trust me. And so that when I go to them and say, this is a great shirt, like I love that. I know. I wore that exact sweater yesterday. So that when I go to people, I can say the fabric's great, the quality's great, the stitching's great, the sizing is inclusive. Like I love when I can find stuff that's like from an extra small all the way up to like a 5X. Like that's my favorite so that I can be like, it's a size inclusive product. But yeah, I'm going to be honest about that kind of stuff.
Well, I think that segues, doesn't it?
I think it probably segues pretty good. Stacie, like in general, like, so yeah, the over 50 fit. I'm over 50, so I appreciate the over 50 fit. But how do you think about, like, in totality, thinking about all the things you've done in your life, how do you think about social media and how influencers like you impact our life, like every day in our political climate and all that stuff? Like, how do you think about that?
Listen, a lot of negative things can be said about social media. What I feel like when it comes to a platform, if you are a person with a platform, I think that with that comes a certain level of responsibility. Yeah. Day before yesterday, when that post was made by of the Obamas, I sat with that all day long until I finally was like, it is like people also affiliate me with the Obamas because I worked on Michelle's book and I worked on Barack's first campaign. And I was like, it does. Frankly, that post was a bridge too far, in my opinion, full stop. There's no excuse for any person, let alone the president of the United States, to post anything that depicts people of color. I don't care if it's Barack and Michelle Obama or the neighbor kids down the street. Mm-hmm. There is no excuse whatsoever for a fully grown-ass person to depict people of color in that manner, especially when you have to talk about a platform, especially when you are the president of the United States, because it reflects poorly on every person who resides within the borders of this country. Mm-hmm. And I personally was deeply offended by casting that sort of racism onto me.
Yeah.
It was
When I fight so hard against it.
Onto your platform, onto the whole.
So I addressed it fully and just exactly like that, and was
Yeah.
like, I mean, everybody's throwing a fit about Barack and Michelle Obama, and I too feel that way about them because I deeply respect them as people and as clients and all of the things. But broader is that is a message that our president portrayed about people of color to the entirety of the world. And it was, and it didn't matter to me, whatever excuses they had. Oh, it was a play on the Lion King. First of all, show me the monkeys in the Lion. There's no, that's not in the Lion King. So for starters, but there's not, oh, it was a staffer. Oh, it was the bottom line is there is no excuse. There is no excuse whatsoever for that to ever have been broadcast to the world. And so I feel like, so I'm off topic on that, but I feel like with it comes some responsibility to address these types of issues. And I mean, I had a conversation with somebody yesterday who I got a little bit frustrated with because they were like, I feel like I should make a post about it, but I'm really worried about my views. And it's like, I don't personally listen, but before we get fussy, people are people and we have to just let them be who they are. You know what I mean? Like, people work really hard sometimes at social media. They're trying to get to a certain place. I'm not going to cast any judgment on them. That's not my road to carry. This is what I told them. In my personal opinion, for me, I don't want anybody who would excuse that or accept that
to be
on my page.
Right.
I don't want them to buy a bra for me. I don't want them to have, they can excuse themselves. And so there are certain things, I don't comment on every single thing that comes into the political landscape. A lot of things I'll let it go because also I feel like there's too much energy and attention given to the chaos anyway. But when it is something that is the killing of Alex Preddy or the posting memes like that, or what, I feel like I have a responsibility because people listen to me to say something about it. And I try to formulate my responses to it in a thoughtful, I try not to be reactionary and get on there and be like, fuck these guys and they're fucking assholes, or be sarcastic or be like, oh yeah, whatever. Like, I try to usually I won't make those posts until several hours later because I need to, first of all, compose myself and then thoughtfully formulate what it is I want to say about that topic. But I also feel like it's a beautiful thing to be able to have that platform, especially if you're going to utilize it in that manner and try to compose something thoughtful to add to the conversation rather than just reacting to the nonsense.
Yeah, I mean, I think I totally agree. And I think we did a very early podcast about protest songs. And we were like, protest songs, where are they? And I don't know where they are, but I do think this social media movement and people like you that have this platform and you make these thoughtful responses that we can all listen to and process and share. I think that's very important, and I appreciate what you're. Appreciate,
and because you mix fixing a cup of coffee with the Alex Preddy murder. Yeah. In other words, that it's your life, and it shows. I think it shows that people who are watching you, listening, engaging with you, have all sorts of aspects to their lives. You know, and they can't be. You can't be taking your kid to school and working your $12 an hour job and be protesting at the same time.
Yeah. This is what I feel like is important about social media, or at least what I have learned from it in my journey through TikTok, is that a lot of social media influencers, quote unquote, get a bad rap. And there are those social media influencers out there that should get a bad rap. And that's all they're doing is promoting a certain thing. But the vast majority of people that are utilizing social media in that way, and especially a platform like TikTok where it is this video capacity, it gives you the opportunity that I was never given on Facebook or Instagram, where everything is so curated. And so being able to see somebody's whole life, like from coffee to like somebody like that's got a resume like mine going to work at the Banana Republic. I mean, when I walked into the Banana Republic, and I hadn't gotten a job in forever, so I walked in there with literally a printed resume in a folder. The manager looked at me like I'd lost my mind, and then I'm like, "Well, I was Dolly Parton's photographer, so I know clothes." He was like, "What the fuck are you doing here?" And I was like, "I really need a job," but I took my people with me, like. It shows the gamut. And I don't think that people on traditional social media have yet learned the beauty in allowing people to see those sides of it. And that's what I like so much about this particular platform, is that the flaws, which that has always been something, whether it was Facebook, Instagram, my photography, my books, and you've known me for a long time, or talking about my weight loss journey, like the flaws are where the good shit is.
Yes.
Like that is where the magic lays, in overcoming tragedy and digging your way out. And I used to have a sticker on the side of my computer that said "fail harder." Like it's
good.
It's in the muck and the mire is where shit gets good, because that's where you figure stuff out and you grow and you learn and you evolve and you become something bigger and better. And I think it's inspiring. I mean, people get into all kinds of sticky situations. I thought it was important for me to show to the world that you can have a great career and you can have this beautiful resume. And sometimes life is going to hand you a shit sandwich with ketchup, and you're going to have to truck yourself out to Opry Mills and sell fucking shorts.
I took a
you
job.
got to do it.
I love it.
I took a
And I thought
job.
it was important for people to see that.
Okay, I will tell you that I took a job selling fake hair in 1969 in that hair shopping. I was a stone cold hippie, and I needed money. Needed money. So for $2 an hour, I sold wigs and mustaches, and so you do what you have to do.
Do what you're gonna do.
You do have, as long as it's legal. Now. We have.
sometimes.
By the way, this
That's a different podcast.
Can I? We
That's backdoors,
we unfortunately have kind of a shorter life to our podcast than others. Would you be able to stick around after we wrap this up for a bonus segment?
Bonus.
Bonus.
I'm always down for a bonus of any kind.
And it's going to be guest choice.
Okay.
About what you talk about.
Okay. Hey, and I just want to say to anybody listening, like literally get yourself on get on the TikTok and show yourself to the world, because I want to see it and other people do too. You are inspiring. Just for everybody.
I mean, I totally agree with that. Like the mistake, like I wouldn't know anything. I wouldn't know how to do a goddamn thing if I hadn't fucked up something.
Yeah. Oh my God. You don't learn. The people, the parents who don't let their children fail are setting those children up for a lifetime of sadness.
Misery.
For sure.
And on that happy note, we'd like to say thank you for this portion.
No, thank you for having me. I hope that I can come back when it's actually on the porch. And
yes.
Absolutely.
Oh, of course.
I will come back. I'd love to be a recurring guest. I love your podcast. I'm a huge fan.
Oh, thank you, fangirl. Well, I'm a fan. Fangirl bought sweater.
It's a good sweater.
And I'm working on it.
Yeah. Do we have it? Okay.
That's a special side project.
So we're gonna let Stacie in a bonus video, a porch bonus video. Put a quarter in her and let her go, but it'll be after we wrap up this one. Thank you, Stacie Huckeba. We might even talk about why your name is spelled Huckeba and it's pronounced Huckeba.
Before we go, can I ask one more question?
Of course you can.
I just have one.
It's Front Porch with Kelli and Sue.
So I get to have a little leeway.
Yeah.
Stacie, where do you get your fabulous glasses?
These are from Zilul. The company is called Z. I've got so many pairs of glasses, and I'll buy a bunch, and then I'll kind of lean into one. And these little leopard print numbers, I thought they were a great alternative to like this traditional tortoiseshell. Yeah. And they've got a little shimmer in them. But I get them. I will always get, like, when I get my eye prescription, I'll get one really good pair of glasses that I get cut from my optometrist, and I usually wear those when I'm working on a photo shoot because I need pristine vision. Yeah. And then I go to Zilul and I go to Zinni and like all these other places, and I buy the craziest shit that I can possibly find for my face.
I love it.
Zilul. I'll hook you up with the website later.
Okay.
They're fantastic.
All right. Well, anyway, thank you, Stacie Huckeba. Stacie Huckeba, StacieHuckeba.com, and all of this shit's going to be on the website. You know that. Speaking of websites, what is our website?
It is actually www.frontporchaf.com.
You know, you can also put the https:// in there.
That's harder to say.
Yeah, okay. So
I don't think that you want people that need that.
I don't either, right? I can't believe how much shit I get for saying www. Because You're a wrestling fan.
I am a wrestling fan.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
I'm
man.
into the
oh,
wrestling
man.
videos y'all are going to
Okay. Upcoming shows. Our next one is, do a tease. Kelly, can you grab that? Do a tease.
Sure.
All right.
Keep talking.
The next show will be Susie, Get Your Gun. That's right. This bleeding heart liberal is getting a handgun right here.
All I can say is you don't want to be in fucking Sue's
And and I've been taking
She's
classes.
good. It's terrifying.
I've been taking
terrifying.
classes.
She will
and I'm getting
fuck you up.
And I'm getting my carry permit.
She can't run very fast, but she'll shoot your ass
Oh,
dead.
gosh. This is for all you big girls out there. Okay, so follow us on socials. Okay, this is your part of the show.
Okay.
Okay,
You can find us on all the social media except for
Mark. That's right.
That's right,
You will
yeah.
never find us
Never
on
find us on
never
that one.
ever find us on that one. So until next time.
until we. I don't.
The
grab
rule number one of the
Goddamn, Sue, just read it.
Okay, this is Kelly says, when we gather on our audio front porch, grab a drink, both say and solve all the problems of the world. Cheers, y'all.
Cheers, y'all.
Cheers, y'all.